shoot to lead, Nasa was Syria. And yes, I'm going to tell me, oh, you was Syria, and I am before. Thank it to you, and to them. Girl, you blow my mind, and go for it, I do. Cause I think about you all the time, and all of the things you do. Girl, you make out a Rico. You make a Rico. Girl, you make out a Rico. You make a Rico. Se me siya odo kamere niya. Me siya opa kamere niya. Se me siya opa kamere niya. Me siya opa kamere niya.
My niggas, I win him, so watch your blog. And you know for gazing in this corner, bro. Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when you win your plug. My niggas, I win him, so watch your blog. And you know for gazing in this corner, bro. Before you cap the Lamborghini truck, making sure that we drip when you win your plug. You know that drip is very necessary. Anytime you pull up, you gotta be scary. Savannah shopping, I be some mini pateri. Woody Gucci do now, Coca-Cola Perry. I used to rock fakes, now we turn top. 450 on the fucking 10 top. It's like an addiction, nigga, we can't stop. If you can relate, let me see your hands up. About the dripping, now nigga, we get more. We'll give it to Louis, but I said no. Cause everybody be rocking the same shit. I wanna pull up in the fucking vet mall. To see how the dripping, oh, we know the big brands. Me and Sika Clan, I got big plans. Rolling up, you replacing the wristband. Pass out with the train, they are distance.
Finally, I see your face. Ooh, oh my days. I've been out here looking for you for days. Ooh, I just want to say, my hair, you did for my hair. I know fit to reset, I know fit to connect. Waiting there, your back, say make a defend. I know fit to defend, even if I play defense. I won't comport myself, I can't. I fall for you down flat. I fall for you down flat. I will not know, but know you bad. I swear you bad. I swear you bad. No, give me long thing, something wicked there for your body now. Oh no. I did for the mountain waiting for so long. Oh no. My hair, you did for my hair. I know fit to reset, I know fit to connect. Waiting there, your back, say make a defend. I know fit to defend, even if I play defense. I won't comport myself, I can't. I fall for you down flat. I fall for you down flat.
Waiting I go do for you. Get up, out of my mind. Out of my mind. Waiting I go do for you.
Oh my God, that's what it's Friday. So right after here, we are definitely going clubbing because the way the energy is lit in the studio is a Friday night. Why is your face like that?
You and who?
All of us, you know, we chill every Friday.
When was the last time you went to the
all
club?
Through the weekend, we are out there partying. Don't make it look odd. Come on, don't be like that. Anyway, so, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to your favorite evening talk show. Tonight, it is the BrokenPen edition of the dish right here on MX24. We're coming to you live from our studios here at the Silicon Square in East Legon on the Boundary Road. And yes, we're here to have fun, but aside that, we'll be talking about one pressing issue that a writer wrote to us, and that we'll just take opinions and views, ideas and all of that, and how we can actually relate to it in our own lives. So yeah, if you haven't read the story yet, please pick up your device, go on to MX24 MX24GH page on Instagram, and then go read the story. That's BrokenPen Story for the week. Read it, type your opinions, your advice to this lady, and then just send it to our WhatsApp number when we put it out, and then we'll do all to read it out here for her, because we know that she's actually going to do the watching and she needs all the advice that she needs. My name is Oforiwaa, doing this with the one and only DJ Elike. So why are we going after here?
You and who? You are going to sleep.
I'm going to fry Killy. What are you saying?
From me, I'm going to Elite Bar and Lounge, and then Ace Tantra Nightclub.
Okay, so after Frank Kelly, I'll join you at 8. Right, so on that note, we'll go for a very quick video break, music break. When we're back, the show continues right here. Stick and stay.
Tonight, baby, I bet you tell me the country. I'm ready to play you country. I'm coming to score for your country. Praise the stream, mama. I live with my easy access tonight. As I got you down for the corner.
Emoji, emoji. I tell you this one be the vibe. Every woman is a superwoman. Every woman is a champion. We know be nobody. If they know they our body. Yeah. NCO.
You can also email us at info@mx24gh.com. March is here, and on MX24, it's GH Month. As part of the month-long activities to celebrate exceptional Ghanaian products and services.
Hi, we come to them like some kakai. Hi, Satan Wale come like kakai. Forever and ever, I'll be a soldier. Forever and ever, I'll be a leader. Forever and ever, I'll be a teacher. Forever and ever, I'll be your father. Aye, call me your IGP. Salute to me anytime. Yes, I want to call me. Don't come with them. What I mean?
Yeah, be like everybody, they want to take me photo. Hey, no be giddy jigga for mellow. Do one fast, do one slow. You for guys say you only live once. Yellow. For the boys, hey. For the girls. To the niggas where they no say it's all well. For the man them, hey. For the young girls. For the ones in love but they can't tell. Yeah, so put your hands in the air, like you really don't care. Yeah, to the left, hey. To the right. Oh, you go there, you go. Do the dance, do the dance. Everybody make us see you do the dance, do the dance. Everybody make us see you do the dance.
Okay, so we are still in the party mood right here. On the dish right here at MX24, and see, if you are not here, just prep yourself. When we are done, we'll send you the locations where we are going next, and then you can catch up with us there. But it's time to get into our story for the day, and to help us do that, we have the beautiful Afi Bonyaki coming to join us here. So, Elikem, can we bring it on?
Of course.
All right.
Nana Keshe, wanna be, I'm wanna be, on nobody, wanna be, on nobody, on nobody, wanna be, nobody, on nobody, on chogobi, wanna be, chogobi, on chogodi, ba ba ba, Sampata ma peche, Sampato ma puchu, Sampata ma pocho, Sankatanga puchu, Sampata ma pepe, Sampata na pumpu. Sampatana pepe, you go better.
Yes, I can. Don't be late. I gonna sonti and then. Yes, I can. Don't be late. I gonna sonti and then. So, are you a bomber? Yes or no? If you're your girlfriend, make her know. Boys, we go carry.
Okay. What I know, nobody knows. I'll just keep it to myself. But it looks like we all have a pinch of pink in our attire. Why? What happened?
Love. International Women's Month.
Huh?
International Women's Month.
That's purple, not pink.
Women love pink, so I'm wearing pink.
Who said that?
Well, they say real men wear pink, so yeah, I guess you're a real man. Yeah, they say that. Anyway, so let's not forget that it's still GH month here on MX24, and then all through the month of March, as we celebrate Ghana's independence, we are also celebrating our culture, our tradition, and every made in Ghana products, goods, or services. So we're organizing a 2-day pop-up show that's going to happen on the 26th and 27th of March 2022 right here at the MX24 Silicon Square on the Boundary Road here in East Legon. And see that these are actually really running fast, and 26th is almost here. So it's going to be 2 whole days of sales exhibitions, workshops, pitch sessions, a food fair, and of course an open air concert that you really would love to be a part of. So get your stand now by logging on to mx24ghonline.com to register your business, or better still, just call 0550 500 555 0550 500 555 or 0242 355 956 0242 355 956. Come exhibit your products, your made in Ghana products, goods, or services. Remember, buy Ghana to grow Ghana. So now that my guest is seated, hi Afi, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
You look lovely.
Thank you.
Are you okay?
I'm good.
Are you sure? Okay. So how has your day been?
My day has been amazing, but tiring.
Can you please mature your voice a bit? Like, can you speak?
My day has been good.
Okay.
But I'm tired.
Oh, I can tell.
Yeah.
Long day, right?
Long day.
Sorry. Well, the weekend is here, so you can just go out, party, and then get some of the stress off.
Will you go with me?
Huh?
Will you go with me?
I have other engagements, but I'll join you later. So you can go with Elikem. I'll join you guys later.
Elikem, would you take me out?
Oh, of course. If
Where
you
are we
for
going
it,
to?
I'll text you the locations.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay, guys. So we know the story for the week, and that is on BrokenPen. It is my confessions. So this is what a lady wrote to us, that she's been with this gentleman for a while, but then they broke up because family was not in support of the whole thing. Elikem, you are part of it, so you're a man, so I'll be coming to you briefly.
Sure.
And so they separate, and now she's about getting married to someone who is actually a good person as well. But this guy who has now become an ex has been trying to get in touch with her, just trying to link up once or twice, checking in here and there, wanting to meet her basically, but then she didn't want to. But a few days to her wedding, she decided to give it a shot, just say goodbye for one last time. And I don't like your face. But then she goes, and then before she could just realize, they had done the do in his office, And she actually says that the guy was actually a good guy, so it wasn't like they broke off of a wrong note or a bad note, right? So then they had a pretty good relationship, and now this has happened. And she gets married years after she's not able to. So the baby, there was a baby, yeah, and she had to abort it because she was getting married. How do you then tell your husband to be that all of a sudden you're pregnant, So then she aborted the baby. Now, years down the line, she can't conceive. I think 7 years, she can't conceive. Now, she goes out, wherever she goes to, churches, any preacher man or woman, prophet, prophetess says, okay, so there's something you need to confess to your husband, and that is going to open your womb.
Padlock.
So, padlock. Apparently, her womb has been locked because of this act. So now, ladies, gentlemen, viewers, family, friends, this lady actually needs our help. And she is confused. So she wrote to us, hoping that she wants to find out now. Does she really come out and confess to the husband? Does she just ask for forgiveness secretly and then pray and hope that God gives her a baby? But then we'll be talking about other aspects of this story, right? Okay. There are other angles to it about honesty in relationships, how, maintaining, whether it's actually good to maintain any sort of relationship with an ex, or you leave them to remain an ex, you know. But first and foremost, with you, Afi, what's your policy on being friends with an ex? Heavy.
I think that I've always said that it depends on what type of relationship that the two of you have before you decided that we want to be intimate, we want to be boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé, fiance. What type of relationship was there? Were you two friends, good friends for that matter? So what? You've broken up, so you can't talk to each other again. Right. There's no point in being enemies with somebody because you had expectations of being with them forever and it didn't go anywhere, right? It also sometimes depends on how the breakup happened. If the breakup happened on a very cordial note, there's no point in being enemies. Right. Unless it was something very nasty where one was shouting another's name in a public space and people were gathered
dramatic,
to it's not dramatic, you know. I don't have any problem with being friends with an ex, but I think the boundaries are important.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Elikem?
Yes, madam.
What are your policies on being friends with an ex?
Yeah, me, I don't mind being friends with an ex because there's a reason we were together in the first place.
Right.
Meaning, yeah, we had something, or I liked you enough to consider you as my girlfriend. So if it didn't end on a bad note, you're still my friend.
Okay, so how many exes do you have?
2.
Are you
well, we just have an hour, and it won't be enough to count, so let's...
You're such a liar. He doesn't. Anyway, so ladies, gentlemen, viewers, what's your policy? Is it okay to keep sort of relationships or be friends with your ex? Let us know what you think, and then we'll just take it from there. But actually, just what do you think this lady needs to do? Because she's actually watching and she's waiting to hear some advices. But then, does family's opinion count at all when you're choosing a partner? Why do you keep sighing?
Because, you know, these things are very, very complex.
Okay.
I know that my father loves me. Okay. I know that my mother loves me. And I know that for the sake of the fact that she loves and cares for me, she wouldn't want me to end up with, you know, somebody that maybe she thinks is not right for me. But then again, how can my mother be sure that this person is right or not right for me? You understand? Parents could have an opinion, but parents do not have to make the absolute decision of who you decide to end up with. Because our parents have what they look out for. Maybe you also have something else that you are looking out for, you know. I think that usually it happens with Elikem and Co. It happens with the men a lot than probably with the women. I don't know if Elikem, am I lying?
My mom hasn't really chosen anyone for me or said no to any of
because you're not ready to settle down.
Exactly.
No, but if I'm dating you, my mom thinks
automatically getting married.
My mom thinks it will end up in marriage. So
also, so far she's been in support of all the girls.
Yeah, my mom will advise you, but it's up to you to choose.
Okay.
To accept or not to accept. She won't stop you.
Okay, so in an instance where probably your mom or auntie, sister, or whoever, father is actually against who you're with, but there's someone you find happiness, what then do you do?
I would consider. I would really consider because they won't say no for saying no sake. There must be a reason. So I would consider if it's good enough for me to say no to the entire thing. Yeah. If Charlie, I can bypass it, I'll just tell them, yo, I still want to continue. So.
Okay. So then you also agree that family's opinion doesn't really matter in choosing a partner. But then, you know what they say, what an adult will see sitting down, you, a child, wouldn't see standing up. So don't you think
I think that the conversation is not that don't listen to your parents when they're advising you. The conversation is that your mother cannot say that you don't end up with Oforiwaa because she doesn't cook like I cook. She can't clean like I clean.
Okay.
You know, Oforiwaa doesn't want to have 6 babies with you like he wanted to. You know, some people go as far as making these type of excuses. What is your mom's? What is the reason why your parents are saying Oforiwaa isn't good enough for you?
Right.
Is it because Oforiwaa is an akan and you are an error, or Oforiwaa is a krobo? You know, all these things. All these things matter.
Yeah.
If those are the reasons, then I don't really care.
You said what an adult will see sitting.
That's what they say. There's a problem like that, right?
Yeah.
But you know, excuse me, foolish people also grow up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
It's not every adult
it's not
that's
everybody that you have to
that's very, very valid. That's true. Right. So then we are just moving on to, should it actually be the couple's decision in making a decision on abortion, right? So we are not by any chance actually promoting it or anything, but we are just asking because it has to do with the story, right? There was an act like that in there, but then we just want to find out, should it be the couple's decision to make together, or can just one person? So basically, is you the lady who is carrying the baby? Is it solely your decision, or should it be solely your decision to decide whether you're going to keep this baby or not, or your partner also has a say in it?
Couples, like married people or people who are dating, or it doesn't matter?
Well, couples, dating, married.
Well, I think abortion, once again, is a very dicey topic. However, I think that every woman is entitled to body autonomy. It's your body.
Right.
You stand in the mirror and you can tell that this is wrong here, that is wrong, this is wrong, and that is wrong. Every woman must have the right to make sexual decisions about their life, to make decisions about their body. However, if you are with a partner that you think is understanding, listens to you, hears you, and can bear with the reasons why you think that you want to go for an abortion, I think it's just ideal. Okay, it's just ideal to have a conversation and say, you know, Kofi, I think that I'm not ready for this, and so we should probably get an abortion. You know, but if I decide to get an abortion, it's going to be my decision. If I have a partner that I think is understanding enough, that's going to understand, I'm going to share with them. But if they say no, it's not going to stop me from having an abortion if I decide to. Okay. I don't know if I make sense to you.
Yes, you are. I think you are. And I think that's actually firm as well. So now let's just bring it back to the story on board tonight, right? So her situation is quite dicey.
Yeah.
You know you're pregnant by your ex and not your husband-to-be. And so then she had no other choice. It was just a few days to her marriage, right? So then she decides on her own to take this decision, and she got rid of the baby. Now, years down the line, there are consequences. What would you have done if you were in her situation?
First of all, boundaries, like we're talking about exes and boundaries. There's this funny thing with us, I don't want to say young people, I think everybody does that.
Okay.
Where you have somebody that is over, the two of you know very well that this thing is not going to end anywhere, but you want to have, we call it a goodbye, you know, goodbye time. So you want to meet closure, right? I think sometimes it's because of closure. I think it's
you get intimate for closure.
No, I'm saying that sometimes these meetings are because of closure. Okay. You want to hear the other person tell you that, you know what, I think it's enough. It's over. Most of the time, you're not going to hear
just
that.
So you can actually
you want to move on, you know. And these type of meetings will always, some way, somehow end up with the both of you having sex.
Always?
Almost.
Okay.
You know, especially if this is somebody that, I bet you a woman who doesn't like a man is not going to get up from her house and say that I'm going to him for closure. What kind of closure does she need if she doesn't like you anymore? She doesn't care. The moment she left the house to go meet her ex, it means that there's still some sort of feelings lingering inside of her. She wants the ex, she wants to be with him. But maybe because of one thing that has led to another, that has led, like she said, family didn't want them to be together, right? So maybe she really, really actually did love the ex, but they couldn't be together.
She
okay, now.
said that.
I get that in the heat of the moment, maybe they forgot about condoms. But did she forget about emergency pills too?
Well, maybe she... Okay, so she said she actually felt guilty. So, you know, when there's guilt...
madam.
You don't actually think straight.
You need to think straight when you are guilty. Because, yes, because this thing you've done, I mean, you need to be up and doing. You have to be on point.
Okay.
Some of these things, if you give them a chance. So right now... And I think the other thing we should be talking about is that what if she had gone to the hospital for a proper abortion service? Maybe she wouldn't have to go through this, right? In the story, she said she used cytotec.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. These are drugs that are not actually really good for your reproductive health, and using them for abortion has long, term effects like what she's going through now. It could not even be spiritual. I'm not saying that I don't believe in what they're saying, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
And maybe if she had gone to a proper hospital for a proper abortion, it would have been better. First of all, if I was in her shoes, I'm not going to say that I could have never done that. I could have, but maybe I would be more careful.
Okay, so maybe you would have been more careful. I don't even know how to throw this question to Elikem, but as a guy, do you ever feel like you need closure from a partner, an ex?
No, me personally, I don't believe in closure. They will tell you what you want to hear, and then you move
It's
on
not
with
about
your
you, it's
life.
about me.
But
you did nothing,
About what she said, the closure thing, 95% of the time, it ends up in something. So to all my exes, I want closure.
Wow, now you want closure from all your ex?
Anyway, guys, pay no attention to him. But then we would love to hear from you, so keep sending your messages through on the WhatsApp number. We're going to go for a break. When we are back, I'll do some messages. They can stay.
Do you know the top 10 music trends? Have you seen the new music videos everyone is talking about? Do you know how your favorite artist makes their music? I'm moving, but they be bluffing and puffing and they be screaming and yapping, some even feeling and bragging. First thing is, I'm patient. That talented upcoming artist in your area needs the spotlight. Let them be our unsung star. Do you have any questions about music? I'm Jason Alay, and I'm a music plug on MX Chart right here on MX24. The Saturday nights just got better.
With unimaginable excitement.
Then toes one girl make it touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it.
The most heated rap battles.
Squad for the work with soldiers, but on your campo, Bema.
I blow you menace ready, it be me with the top. Godzilla self chop, who be King Kong?
And of course, your A-list celebrity interviews.
I've always said this though, there can only be one Bob Marley, so definitely there should be one episode.
Me? The threesome.
Orafu wa comedy woman de.
Yeah.
Nyansa.
Don't fuck.
Lighter.
With myself, Oforiwaa.
I'm Jason Alay, and I do this with the man,
DJ Varosky.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say.
Welcome back from that break. It's still the Broken Pens edition on the dish, and we are talking about a lady who is actually, she has a broken pen and she needs her to help her fix it. So in case you're just tuning in, few days to her wedding, she actually met with an ex who had been pressing to see her for a very long time. So they got talking. She actually visited him in his office, hoping that nothing can happen in there. But things led to things, and he knew her weaknesses and all of that. Something happened in the office. She ended up pregnant. She got rid of the pregnancy, got married to her husband, and now 7 years down the line, there is no baby. She can't conceive. And every church she attends, or every prophet or prophetess tells her there's something she needs to confess to her husband to open her womb. So that's what we are talking about. So please, if you have any advice to this young lady, do send it to our WhatsApp number, and then we'll do well to read it here. So I'm going to start with this very first one. This one says, hello guys, I'm Abdul Rashid, watching you live from Tichiman, Bono East Regional Capital. Well, to me, the lady should tell the man the truth and also let him know that she did that because of him. I'm confused. How did she do that because of him? Please come again. I think I'm not getting you right. This one says, the story is not clear. How can you meet your ex a day before your marriage and it ends up getting pregnant? Why abortion? Why didn't you give your current husband? How sure that that child is for your ex? If the story was clear, then she should profess. Okay. All right. Still being friends with an ex actually depends on how you broke up, and it's immature to be intimate. Exactly. So this lady must eat what she cooked, because if I am the husband, you will be kicked out right. You'll be kicked out right after conversation. After confession. My name is Ibrahim from Bolga. Hey Ibrahim, be calming down. We are just playing with you, and you want to kick someone out. Hold on. Don't kick her out yet. Basically, abortion should be the decision for both parties, because you being a female might think it is not the right time to give birth, but the guy might be secretly in need of a baby. Okay, guys are secretly in need of a baby sometimes. I didn't know that. And he continues to say, and I think the lady should be able to tell the guy about what happened and the reason why she had an affair with the ex. On the guy's side, there should be a pass for him. J Smoke, a pass for him to do what exactly? I'm not sure I get your message. I'll do two more, then we come back to the studio. Hello, I'm Godfred from Asanwinso. Asanwinso, I hope I got it right. Please forgive me if I did not. Western North Region. If I'm the lady, I'll tell my husband the truth. I don't know much about relationship, but I'm enjoying the show. Thank you very, very much. Please kindly tell the lady to open up and make things clear to the man about what she's done. Senor from Laura sends this. Okay, so I'll just take a break from the messages, and then when we are back, we'll do some more messages. But now we are back in the studio, and then we are still having the conversation. So from where we left off, right, this lady clearly is actually going through it. You're married 7 years down the line. You know, in Ghana, it is you the lady don't come to. Now you go to church and you're being told that you need to confess. Afi, be honest. Would you confess? What would you do? What?
Has she tried going to fertility clinics? Has she tried going to a fertility clinic or anything? Or her best resource was the church?
Well, let's put a pin in that. I'm hoping she can text us if she has been to any fertility clinic yet. But let's go for the Vox Pop. We had people share their opinions. We asked questions on the street. So let's see that. We'll be right back.
Oh, well, I have to keep it to myself because it's none of her business. So I have to keep it to myself.
No, I'll keep it to myself. Because, I don't know, that would be taking risks. And I wouldn't want to lose my current relationship. So I'll just keep it to myself. When he finds out, then he finds out.
Well, in a relationship, I believe communication is always important. Okay, so if I am to do anything with my ex, as far as I love my current girlfriend, I should tell her. It's necessary for her to know.
Well, I would keep it to myself. Well, it's how do I say this? I don't think my partner should really know about that.
Okay, I prefer I keep it to myself because well, some secrets are meant for the grave only.
Without my notice, that's okay. Like it will release some tension on me, like some stress on me. That one too is cool if she does that herself without my notice.
Yeah. We had sex together. So yeah, if there's a problem, I think you should also take part. Yeah.
Yeah, your partner should be involved in an abortion decision because a pregnancy does not just take one person. We have sex and then pregnancy comes by. So in any decision, I'm supposed to also partake.
It's between you and your partner, so you both will have to make decisions together.
Yeah, you have to, because if I'm the only one you are with, then I have a responsibility to take care of you, to make sure you are okay. An abortion can take your life, and it can also help us solve a situation, so I should be aware of it.
Okay, so that is what people had to say on the streets, and we also want to hear what you also have to say. So do send in your comments and your opinions, any advices you have for this lady as well, on to our WhatsApp number. I'll be going, okay, I think it's time. Let me just go to Instagram and find out what you guys had to say on the story after we posted it, right? But then, Afi, is it right for you to move on, to get married, right? Or be in a new relationship, knowing very well that you are not over your ex?
No.
Have you ever had any experience?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
You see, I think that we're not honest with ourselves a lot of the time.
Okay.
And most of the time, we want to use people to get over people. So people go into relationships, people go into marriages, and they're not healed yet. Of course, healing is a process, it's gradual. It will take a long time for you to actually sit and say, you know what, I'm over this person, and it's done and it's done. It's going to take a while, especially if maybe it took years, you sacrificed a lot, you gave a lot. It's going to take a while. But going into a relationship to use the next person as a resource to get over the other, I don't think is right. So you have people in relationships suffering for what somebody else did to their partner, and so because somebody else abused you or did something else to you, the other person is being punished for that, you know, and I think it's wrong.
Okay.
Look at yourself in the mirror after a breakup and ask yourself, where did I go wrong?
Okay.
You know, if I went wrong in a way, how can I fix that? Okay, if this wasn't about me and it was about him, can I be the bigger person and put the hate aside and put the grief aside and move on and be happy with this next person? If I do not think that I can come to that conclusion, I'm going to be by myself. I don't think there's a problem with being single. Everybody is so bent on being with somebody, and it doesn't make sense. You can't be alone and be happy.
Yes.
You know?
Yes, tell them, yes. Anyway, so when we posted the story, there have been great and loads of comments on Instagram, and so maybe we should just switch on there and then read some messages. But the phone lines are on your screen. You can call in any advice you have for this lady. Should she confess to her husband? What happens if the husband turns his back on her? How does she deal with the rejection after confessing this secret she's been holding in for so long to her husband? Please let us hear what you have to say. So Major Brown too said, this is easy, my dear. First, I forgive you for what you did, and I thank God you have accepted your mistakes. Now start showing favor to kids and sow into your marriage. Give that seed to a man of God who is married for years with kids, and pray as well. I believe, and believe me, your test will be a testimony. Wow. This is lengthy. Scott Evans ZB says, this is something else, but for me, I prefer you talk to God about it first. I don't think God shuts wombs, and for that matter, He will not shut your womb for your mistake of abortion. Please, in the Bible, God actually did. He shut, was it Sarah's womb?
I have no idea.
Yes, you have no idea. One goes Sunday school. So yeah, God does that sometimes to test you. Not always though, but it happened. It has happened before. And two, I don't think it would take a confession for your womb to be open. I believe it would take grace. How could God resort you to this before? 3, abortion pills have several effects. Putting a pin in that. Efia is on the line. Hi, Efia. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
Hi. Thank you for calling. Please, how does this lady go about fixing her broken pen? What should she do?
When I think someone said that some secrets are meant for
the grave. Yes.
So yeah, I don't think you should voice it out.
Wow.
You know, you did this alone. You did it alone. Your husband wasn't there when you wanted. So if you don't tell him,
so if how does she then get her womb to be open? Because now the prophets are saying that's the only way to open her womb. Or see a baby. What happens now? Now she needs baby. So what would she do? What would you do if you were in her shoes? In Ghana. Okay.
Like sometimes we should not just accept everything someone will tell us. And then I no, it's not right.
All right, sure. Yeah. Okay, at your new one and your time. So thank you very much for calling. Ismaila is in Cape Coast. Hello, Ismaila. Good evening. Hi. Good evening. Please, do you have an advice for this lady?
I think she goes to the statistical and design and see whether there's something wrong with that complex.
And please, can you come again? I could barely hear you.
I'm saying I think the baby should go to a technical hospital and do a test.
Okay.
Telling the husband will go down the pain as a way. And I think acting in every camp should hand out tonight. I think I feel like every camp.
Wow. So then, Ismaila, just a quick one. What would you do if your wife tells you that, okay, so baby, few days to our wedding, I met with my ex, this happened, I aborted, and now that is the reason why we can't have babies. What would you do?
Oh, crazy. I think I would be cool. I don't want people to come into America.
Is there laughter for
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm very cool side. I think we'll follow it rather than run our mouth.
Oh, Ismaila, I think you have a great heart.
So I like you.
Oh, I feel like she, Ismaila, so I'll give her your number then. She'll be inside. Thank you so much for sharing your advice with us. And thanks for calling. Esinam is also on the line. Hello, Esinam. Good evening. Hello. Hello. Okay, so let me go back to reading the essay. So 3, the third point is abortion pills have several effects. I believe you might have suffered it severely. I think you should see an expert for a critical diagnosis if you have a problem with your uterus or womb. And also let your husband check himself. Probably he might be the problem, not you. 4, God do not take records of your wrongdoings, neither does he hold it up against them. Neither does he hold it up against us. Okay, that's what you meant. And uses them to punish us. Exactly. And that I can attest. Okay. The 5th one, we have a caller on the line. I'll come back to the essay. Hi, Echo. Good evening.
Yeah, fine evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Echo. How are you?
I'm also fine. I just tuned into your program and I don't really have much knowledge of what you guys are talking about.
Okay, so it's basically about a woman who, few days to her wedding, met with her ex and then something happened. They got intimate, right? So after that, she realized she was pregnant. And before marriage, she got rid of the pregnancy. Now it's been 7 years after marriage and she can't conceive. And every man of God or prophet she comes by tells her that she needs to confess something to her husband in order for her womb to be open. So she's asking, what should she do? Should she really confess to her husband? Or should she just, what should she do? She just wants to find out from us. What should she do?
I think it's a very dicey situation, but the choice lies with the lady. In this case, it's either your marriage or your womb or like,
right. So then if your wife tells you that, okay, baby, so I slept with my ex a few days to our wedding and got pregnant, got rid of it, and now that is the reason why, in quotes, we can't have babies, what would you do?
Like me?
Yes, you.
I'll leave her.
Well, if she can go back to her ex and have an affair with her to the point of she getting pregnant and getting rid of it, that means there might be more skeletons in her wardrobe or something.
Hey,
I mean, she can't be trusted.
Wow.
Because you can go back to your ex, even one that so you know you are planning marriage or wedding with someone, and you can go back. I mean, that means she lost everything. She can't be trusted.
Okay. All right, Eko. Thank you very, very much for talking to us. Blessing on the line. Hi, Blessing. Good evening. Oh, we lost Blessing. Blessing was going to be a blessing to us, but we lost her. So let me quickly go through the last message on Instagram. And then, so the fifth point says, from your submission, it's obvious you are very remorseful and have regretted everything that happened. 6, finally, the mind is very strong. The mind is a very strong tool, and with guilt over it, it can control you and all affairs of your living into thinking about all this. Renew your mind. Shake off the guilt. You mean shake off the guilt. God has already forgiven you and experience the freedom in Jesus. I believe in prophetic ministry, but in connection with this, anyone you can gather courage and confess to your husband. Okay, I don't get that line. And let's see the outcome. Be strengthened by the Spirit of God in your inner being. All the best. And he ends it with a love emoji. Oh, Evans, that's really good. Like a whole wow. Afi, yeah. I don't know, but it's either babies or marriage. But Kwesi is going to help us answer that. Good evening, Kwesi.
Yeah, good evening, madam.
Please, how are you?
Yourself.
I'm very well, thank you. Kwesi, what should this lady do? Should she confess to her husband, or should she just secretly apologize to God and then ask for forgiveness?
Okay, one thing is, I believe where the thing has gotten to, the pastor can come in to assist. And she should really go down and let the pastor be involved, because if it has to do with spiritual things, I believe that those people can help her.
Okay, right. Thank you very, very much for letting us hear that. And we hope that this goes a long way to helping this lady. But then let's talk about sex, breakup sex. Thoughts, views. Is this even a thing? Should it be a thing? Should it be accepted? Because had it not been for this whole breakup sex thing, this lady wouldn't be in this situation right now. So personally,
but she didn't go there to have sex, right?
Yeah, but it happened.
Yeah, but I think there's some, you see, and that's why I think intention matters a lot. And that's why I also think that we need to settle down with partners who, relationships are hard, okay? And marriages are harder, I'm sure, right? Yeah. So now, this is my policy. I've always told people that sometimes when you talk to people and maybe they catch a glimpse of the fact that maybe you're feminist or you're a woman person, then they start to think, oh, for feminism, it means that if your husband cheats on you, you're going to leave the marriage. And I keep telling people that a feminist reaction to a cheating husband could be, if it was me, he would forgive me. Why not?
Yeah.
You know, it could also be that if I'm the one, he won't. So what's the point in forgiving him? And I think those are the things we need to be looking at. This lady should ask herself, if my husband did this and he came to me and said, babe, to our wedding, I did this with a girl, she's pregnant, and the husband confesses to her, is she going to forgive her husband?
Okay.
If she says yes, she's going, most likely almost everyone is going to forgive. Then why can't she tell her husband? Okay, what if she doesn't tell her husband, somebody else knows about the story and goes to tell him? Are we looking at that? There could be so many sides to the story that she may not have told us, right? What if somebody else tells the husband? Or what if the ex himself?
That's exactly what I was going to come to, because there are some bitter exes, you know, they'll just want
maybe
to
one
mess
day
up
he wants to have sex with you again, and you say no. I'm going to tell your husband that we had sex and you had an abortion. You know,
images to prove, you know.
So I think the marriage is important to her. I get it. This is not even about opening her womb, because first of all, I'm very spiritual, but I do not agree to the fact that because she had an abortion, spiritually her womb has been locked. That I don't believe that. If it
it didn't say that exactly, but it did say that there's a secret she needs to confess. So it could be the affair, not necessarily the abortion.
So are we going to say that for the million married people who have had affairs and they can't give birth, it's because they're not telling their partners?
Well,
I mean, like
every
I said,
situation is different.
Yeah, I believe in prophetic, but this doesn't work for me. And I think that, like Elikem said, she could try fertility clinics. My only point why I'm saying she should tell her husband is because anybody else could know about this and tell her husband.
So it's better it comes
because
from
it's two
her.
people involved. The
Right.
ex could wake up tomorrow and say, you know what, Elikem, I want you again tonight. And Elikem is going to say, no, I'm married now, I can't do that again. And I might take a phone and call Elikem's wife. I was with Elikem on 27th January at Alisa Hotels.
Okay, on that note, I think you've had your say,
Yeah.
and we appreciate that. Elikem,
Yeah.
what should this lady do? Your advice to her? We're wrapping
Yeah,
up.
the fertility thing would work, but she should still confess, Charlie.
Confess.
Just say it now than I think 7 years is even too
so
fast. She should
long.
have just said something earlier. It would have been easier. But this is, I wouldn't say it's a big deal, but it looks like she can get
She's making a big deal
forgiven
out of
for it.
it.
So she just confess.
And
then-
Oforiwaa, let me not interrupt, but I'm going to. From a lot of the submissions that were made in the Vox Pop, people are scared. So people are in relationships with partners that are unforgiving.
Yes.
They look
Yes,
at everybody
yes,
saying, I'm going to
so
hide
then they'll
it.
just keep it to themselves
Why would
because
you
they are
be with somebody-
uncertain
why would you
about
be with
what the
somebody
outcome is
that's
going
not
to
forgiving?
be. Yeah, so exactly what I was saying before the show, that first and foremost, I don't see anything wrong with keeping an ex as a friend, because from the beginning, you guys, it didn't just start off with a relationship. You had some sort of friendship, right? There was something that brought you guys together, and then you decided to take it a notch further. That's fine. So having an ex as a friend is a friend. There shouldn't be nothing like friends with benefits or whatever. Have your boundaries, keep your dignity, respect yourself enough to be able to say that, okay, this is as far as we can go, this is as far as we can talk. You know, there are certain conversations you don't even have to, you don't need to have with an ex. An ex remains an ex. Nothing about your current relationship and how you're treated or how you're faring and all of that. They don't need to know that. And again, this whole closure thing.
And who here?
And who here? See, just tell yourself you're done. Go through the grief, heal, and then once you are done, you are done. When they see you all good, and that's when they come back and want to just get back with you and all of that. Ladies, gentlemen, make sure an ex remains an ex in your life forever. And again, I'm just praying that this lady is able to decide from every message that came through, all the advices on social media and all of that. I'm just praying that she can actually get something that she can use to make sure that she doesn't lose the love of her life or her relationship or this beautiful marriage. And I'm sure that confessions actually go a long way to solving such problems. Just your husband can tell how remorseful you are if you're genuinely remorseful, and then he might forgive you. You never know. We just pray. We are wishing you the best, and we pray that everything works out for you. We are rooting for your home and your love. Babies are coming soon. We love you so much, and we thank you for writing to us. Right, stay safe, and just in case you missed the beginning of the show, you just tuned in, just log on to MX24GH on YouTube, and then connect on there. Get the whole thing for yourself. Watch from the beginning. And if you want to write something or advice, you can go onto our Instagram page, find the story, My Confessions on BrokenPen, and then you can put your advice there as well. My name is Oforiwaa. Until same time Monday. Oh, tomorrow, myself, Ms. Austin, and Jason are going to bring you MX Beat same time, 8 p.m. So until then, stay safe and party because it's Friday. Let your hair down.
Belinda, akonta, Lord akonta, kese muwe ya kubumba, Davi bisa se ya brana, ye yesikansa ye, uro nyamba ye, tie nyanda ye, mami, sikana shio, pape, sikana shio, mami, sikana shio, pape.
So I was a major guy. I feel me yamo day, me yamo bye. Up in the woman, your mama, I come with thing. But I'm in your bar, I will go sing. Or time for a game, or one up upon them. When come on, I am with a won't pim. Vis-a-vis, Rabbi and Soshan, Kamumutasi, and no Kura with it, I come in my pee. Diving at 8, and for me a pee. What's the woman, that's open my